Welcome to today's discussion, where we explore the recent remarks made by President Vladimir Putin during a significant meeting with journalists from BRICS member nations. As the upcoming BRICS summit approaches, Putin shared his views on a range of global issues, particularly focusing on the strengthening relationship between Russia and China, the shifting dynamics of the global economy, and the evolving role of the United States in international affairs. Let's delve into his insights, which shed light on the complexities of modern geopolitics and global trade. President Putin began by highlighting the special bond that has developed between Russia and China, describing it as a highly private connection. Over the past few years, the trade and economic ties between the two nations have grown significantly, reaching figures between $228 billion and $276 billion, depending on various estimates. This rapid growth in economic collaboration reflects more than just commerce. It signifies a deeper strategic partnership. Putin emphasized that this relationship is crucial to maintaining global strategic stability, a sentiment echoed by many countries around the world. According to him, the international alliance between Russia and China is built on mutual respect and practical cooperation, with no one partner dominating the other. Putin was particularly keen to stress that the partnership between Russia and China is based on equality, with neither country acting as the elder or younger partner. This balanced approach allows both nations to work together effectively, focusing on achieving mutual benefits rather than imposing their will on one another. He contrasted this with other international relationships where one side often attempts to assert dominance, suggesting that the equal footing between Russia and China is one of the key reasons for their growing success in trade, economics, and strategic alignment. Regarding Russia's stance on international politics, Putin made it clear that Russia adheres to a policy of non-interference. He pointed out that Russia does not meddle in the internal affairs of other nations, citing examples like Egypt and Ethiopia. Similarly, although Russia is fully aware of the complex relationship between the United States and China, it chooses not to get involved. However, if asked, Russia is willing to play a constructive role in resolving issues where it can be of help. This measured approach to foreign affairs reflects Russia's broader philosophy of respecting the sovereignty of other nations while maintaining a position of readiness to assist if necessary. Putin also highlighted China's growing economic power, particularly in terms of purchasing power parity, which measures the total value of goods and services produced by a country. He pointed out that China has now overtaken the United States as the world's largest national economy in this regard. While the U.S. remains a key player, China's vast population gives it an undeniable economic advantage. Russia, being China's top trading partner, has benefited significantly from this relationship. Putin underscored the importance of energy in this partnership, noting that Russia is a major supplier of energy to China, a relationship strengthened by their shared border, which insulates both nations from the uncertainties of global politics. One of the most pointed remarks from Putin was his critique of U.S. sanctions on China. He argued that these sanctions, while presented as political measures, are actually an attempt to slow down China's rapid economic growth. However, he suggested that this strategy is ineffective and too late to reverse the course of China's rise. Putin compared China's economic ascent to a natural process, like the rising of the sun, unstoppable and inevitable. By imposing sanctions, the U.S. risks harming its own economy, as these measures make American products less competitive globally. In Putin's view, if the U.S. continues down this path, it will lose its competitive edge and find itself increasingly marginalized in the global economy. Putin's analysis extended beyond economics to touch on global security. He expressed concern about the United States' behavior on the international stage, particularly its tendency to provoke tensions in various regions. He questioned why the U.S. seems intent on stirring up conflict and dragging its allies, particularly in NATO, into disputes that may not serve their interests. He cited the example of Europe, where countries are being drawn into the U.S.-China rivalry, often against their own best judgment. Putin depicted a scenario in which the U.S. is leading its allies, pulling them along like unwilling participants into conflicts that exacerbate global tensions. This theme of strategic manipulation extended to other U.S. allies, including Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, which have also been drawn into the geopolitical struggle. According to Putin, these nations are being rallied by the U.S. to support its efforts to counter China and Russia, even to the extent of supplying weapons. Despite this, Putin reaffirmed that Russia maintains its principle of non-interference and continues to respect the sovereignty of other nations, just as it does in the case of Egypt and Ethiopia. In contrast to the U.S. approach, Putin emphasized that Russia views China as a strategic ally and partner, a relationship that is based on long-term mutual respect and collaboration. In his final remarks, Putin praised the BRICS group for its unique structure and approach to international cooperation. Unlike other global alliances where one country may dominate, BRICS is characterized by equality and mutual respect among its members. Each nation in the group operates on the principle of non-interference, and this, according to Putin, is a critical factor in the group's strength and success. The BRICS model, he suggested, offers an alternative vision of global cooperation, one that is not driven by dominance or control but by respect, shared goals, and mutual benefit. President Putin's statements provide a clear window into how Russia views its place in the current global order. His emphasis on partnerships built on equality, non-interference in the internal affairs of other nations, and strategic cooperation with China demonstrates Russia's focus on maintaining stability and avoiding unnecessary conflict. As the global landscape continues to shift, these principles will likely remain central to Russia's foreign policy, particularly as it navigates its role in the BRICS alliance and the broader international community. Thank you for watching this video. We would love to hear your thoughts on President Putin's remarks and the global dynamics discussed today. Feel free to leave a comment below, and if you found the video insightful, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Your support is greatly appreciated.